Welcome to No Case Should Remain Unsolved. So this is a apparently short game that is revolving around a senior inspector who is retired but is still looking into a previous case. Let's go. Oh, there's the music. Oh, no child anymore. Well, she's over there in the corner right there. So don't worry, she's still there, I guess. Although I'm sure this game might make us feel a little unnerving about it. I don't think we need to do anything about graphic, unless like it's doing this weird. No, it's just okay. Because like with the Oberdin, I had to change it from being this like blurry smoothing of the pixels when clearly just letting them be sharp pixels is way better. All right. Let's just go straight in then. I realized I was a jellyfish. I spent the past 70 years simply drifting through life, with no heading in particular. God, stop making us all fucking miserable about our own drifting through lives. Blindly stinging everyone I encountered. Can you see it too? The people I tried to embrace, I only ended up hurting. Everywhere I went, I left nothing but ruin. God, we're playing as BoJack Horseman or something? So, that's it. That's what I am, a jellyfish floating across the sea. I don't even remember why I once became a police detective. Look over there at that family, weeping for their lost child. Have I ever done anything to wipe away their tears? A police station is the crucible. The crucible? Of pain and grief. So why did I choose to enter that institution? Bruh. Playing as another sad person, I suppose. God, we can never get the enjoying happy ones who just go through life with a bit more of a pep or a positive outlook. You always get these. Why did I think I could somehow offer people solace and hope? Maybe I was simply being selfish. A jellyfish, if you were. Haha. Maybe I became a detective just so I could belong somewhere. Sigh. I mean, come on. You don't just choose to become a detective. You kind of have to have like an actual career path kind of structured out in order to become a detective. You have to go to and be a police officer. Then you have to excel at that and be relatively good at forensic science, I think, in order to, and law in order to relatively understand the nuances and necessities of being a detective. So it's not just like something you randomly jump into. I should stop now. I should stop wandering with nothing but regret on my lips. That's it, then. The first good thing I'll ever have done for anyone. Everyone, I'm sorry for everything. Okay, enough of the damn jellyfish. Madame! Miss Jeon Ji Yong. Yong? Miss Jeon Gyeon. Ugh. Jeon Gyeon. Who are you? Siwon's ghost? Oh, wonderful. Good to know we're being haunted. Remember that little girl? Choi Siwon? Siwon. Choi Siwon? Siwon? The girl who went missing? That's right, ma'am. Do you know what happened to the girl you brought back? Thanks to you, her family found peace. Do their lives look ruined to you? The doctor says my mind is like an old library without an index. I'm sorry, but I have no idea who you are. I see you're in uniform, so you couldn't be Suwon's ghost. From the way you bring up my forgotten failure, I can only assume that you're here to deliver judgment. Okay? You are not someone's ghost. I'm not here to judge you. I only want to tell you about the life you lived. The adjudicator, Your Honor, you already know what happened. I never brought C1 home. The case ended the way her father, Chow Dong-Gon, God, these names. I'm gonna butcher every single one. Wanted. She disappeared forever. Completely out of her mother's reach. Ooh, this background. Leave the case unsolved? We can't do that, sir. Playground, hashtag unsolved case. If I had to guess if it's to do with this picture, it's probably that a kid went missing on a playground. Kao Dong Yong. Leave the case unsolved? We can't do that, sir. You mean you've already filed the missing persons case? Yuan's officially registered as a missing person then? Then please, that's good enough. Detective, I'm begging you, please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her completely out of her mother's reach. Let her just live somewhere else. Her life somewhere. Ugh. God. Get out of my ears. Just say that she went out to the playground like she always did and vanished. That's all. A perfect crime with no witnesses, no suspects. Please just this case unsolved. I'll do anything, please. I beg of you. That's how you remember it. That was the last case I took before I resigned from the missing persons team. You know, now I'm hearing these two speak. It's probable that what we just had from the father is maybe a retelling that's different. What's reality? I mean, I think we might be dealing with a unreliable narrator. Be a bit difficult in these logic games. Oh. See how relieved I was after the Chow Dong-Gong said. That man knew. If we wanted to close the case and move on, we needed a good excuse. That my refusal was only customary, a front to cover up my cowardice. Ma'am, history is the certainty produced at the point where the imperfections of memory meet the inadequacies of documentation. What do you mean? It means you just don't get it. Can you remember the beginning and the end of the case? Let me help you weave together threads connecting the start to the finish. So we're going to be essentially remembering the case more so than anything, and then coming to the conclusion. I think Suwon's mother called me to report the girl missing. Yes, I remember now. She said Suwon disappeared from the playground. Oh, calm down, ma'am. Who am I speaking to again? Suwon's mother. Detective Joe Young, yes? Do you remember me? You came to check on Suwon the other day. I asked you not to ring the doorbell. Please tell me you remember. Detective, I'm scared. Please hurry. She's gone. Suwon's gone. She was just at the playground. Alright, so when did you last see her at the playground? I'm gone alone. Exactly 3:33 in the afternoon. Detective, she disappeared 3 hours ago. We last saw her at 3:30, and 3 hours later, you fought the call? What? We've looked everywhere. A 7-year-old girl could have gone alone. Where do we go? What do we do now? I'm trying not to panic, but the worst is all that comes to mind. Hey, hold on. You're turning yourself in? Playground surrender? Ex-English teacher. Yes, I would like to surrender to the police. I am responsible. The little girl went missing from the playground, didn't she? 3 days ago? She was with me. I took her away. I'm sorry, it was my fault. I did it because I needed the money. I'm sorry. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Death. Detective, the truth is, she's dead. C1 is dead. She's been dead all this time. We got an entire page of statements and testimony here. Your Honor, that's all I remember about the case. Now I can understand why you've come to me, here at the final crossroads, why you'd want me to remember the beginning and the end. You're the gatekeeper of time and space. Janice. I had put it completely out of my mind. I was trying to forget those memories because I felt guilty. The man who took her turned himself in, but I pretended it never happened. And the girl, she was already dead, but I pretended not to know. I'm sorry. Someone like me doesn't deserve peace. Ma'am? It's alright, don't be afraid. I don't care what you want to call me, but you have to know that this isn't the end of the road. You're not bound for hell or purgatory. Now think back. C1 disappeared from the playground, right? Try to recall everything you can about that location. I can see more fragments now. See them. They are so faint, like scars faded with age. No, you're doing great. Once you've brought up the fragments, try connecting them together like a chain of recollections. Even a dried out ravine can be a river again if the water returns. Okay. So I guess we're going the hashtag playground. We get all the ones that are hashtagged with playground. Try with this one. Alright. It's alright. Again, what was...
I remember this game.
Was there anything unusual about C1's activities today? No, it was business, all business as usual. He goes to the kindergarten on weekdays, and we go to the playground on the weekends as a family. Hey, Marco. Good to know that we're in for sadness. We have 2 playgrounds in the condo complex. Normally, we alternate between them. Oh, great. I go along sometimes, but one of them isn't wheelchair accessible, so Hye-jung has to take the kids on her own. Wait, recently they've only been going to that one playground. Hye-jung said that the kids asked to go there, today too. If only I had gone to the other they'd gone to the other playground. On the way back,
I'm just gonna play Final Fantasy X.
By all means, Marco. It's gonna be more of a chilled, relaxed, read and enjoy game. On the way back, they sometimes drop by the stationery store near the complex entrance. The place is called Apollo. C1 loves getting candy there. Okay. Can I only pick one at a time? Or can I click multiples? Ah, here we go. You don't have to answer, but if you don't want to, but try to think about it, okay? Did you see any suspicious individuals when you went to pick Sion up, or anything out of the ordinary? I mean, he's the one who picked her up, so he'd be going on the last one, right? I see, so we're matching them. Oh no, we're not. Never mind. Did you see anything out of the ordinary? It's exactly as my daughter said. I was so sure that Siwon would be at the playground, but when I got there, I didn't see her. So I assumed my daughter took her along. Then my daughter came downstairs and looked at me in the eyes and I thought, oh no. Detective, I think you might be making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't know if my daughter told you, but Siwon goes alone to places all the time. My daughter worries easily, but mark my words, the girl always wanders back in time for dinner. Please don't worry about it. I'll have the stern words with my daughter. Honestly, I can't believe she's gone and called you. That's, confusing. Hold on a minute. What's with these pluses? That, like, close it? Oh, it just gives me a little bit of something. I want you to try and think about it, okay? You don't want to have to answer, but if you don't want to, but try to think about it, okay? Can you see if you can remember someone you didn't usually see on the playground? I heard that you were all there together. Iwan, your mother, and you too, Mie Kyung-ho. Yeah? We were all together. Think back to the testimonies about the playground. Who do you think these people were? People? These testimonies were all from one person. Weren't they? No, they were all from different people. Ma'am, life is a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Jigsaw puzzle master. God, these titles. Well, I feel like the last one is more than likely the father. Can't believe she's gone and called you. Oh, I can switch them around now. Memories are scrambled and misaligned. Each fragment, each moment, connects to another. Look at the connections closely and you'll figure out where the pieces belong. Who said these things and in what order? And then what? What does it change? Who knows? Maybe you'll connect enough pieces. You might discover a key. A key that unlocks the face of the person putting the puzzle back together. Hey, Melk. We're trying to figure out what happened to a little girl that apparently died.
It's my birthday.
All right, you said that. Well, happy birthday, Melk. Or not Melk. I don't have any shirtless men or... I'm not playing Cry of Evil today, so I can't give you your, supply of Simon. But feel free to hang out. This is a much more depressing game for a birthday, though, so... So this is probably... that's not that. This is definitely the father.
Happy birthday, Milk.
Cry of Fear, right. Oh god, we got so much. So we only got 3 people.
Hi, Marco.
But this one doesn't feel like it. Yeah, you two, Meek one. There we go, I got the brother. Now I can put this is the brother speaking. Man. This is the kindergarten. We have 2 playgrounds under complex. Hee-hyung.
This
Got
game
another
seems
character.
cool.
It is interesting. It's apparently short enough, so it's not going to be like a super long stream. And it's kind of like just figuring out a past case through like scrambled memories of a retired inspector. And it seems like we've finally gotten into the game part where we have to like start scrambling things together. So we can probably get these different pieces together. I'm just like reading through them again. 330. Right, that does feel right that she's the one that's saying it. Very end. This guy. This is the very end one, I think. Leave the case unsolved. That's what he wanted at the very end, to leave the case unsolved. Alright, so let's go doorbell. Got 2 for doorbell. So where's C1 now? And hello, ma'am. Inspector Senior Inspector John Gueon. These freaking names. From the Hamyong Police Station. Would you be Siwon's mother, correct? You would be Siwon's mother, correct? This is going to be the mother, so it makes sense. I'm just here to see Siwon, if that's alright. This should be the very first thing, actually, because they said that they had talked before. Alright, so this is the first time we ever meet her. Oh my gosh, you scared me, Detective. I was expecting a delivery man. Could you please knock instead of ringing the doorbell next time? My daughter's taking a nap. She dozed off in front of the TV while I was washing the rice. I just tucked her in. Come inside, fast asleep, see? Oh, I suppose you can't really tell under the blanket. She must be tired, poor thing. Siwon and I were out and about all day yesterday. She slept in this morning, too. I swear, kids grow up so fast. She's gotten so much taller, that barely anything fits anymore. I had to do all the shopping at once. Taller. First day of school is only a month away, so there's so much you can buy. So much to buy. Ugh. Oh, I hope that she wakes up soon so we can all eat and get her uniform fitted. I'm sorry, Detective, you might have to wait a while before she wakes up. So, what brings you here? Right, so this is definitely very first conversation. Because right afterwards she calls the police and talks about how they first saw each other via the doorbell conversation. Is there another doorbell anywhere? Or can I just click this? The key reason the English teacher needed the funds. Well, I suppose kindergarten probably will be something early. Can you tell me anything about Siwon's life at the kindergarten? About the kindergarten's teacher's testimony. That's not going to be to the teacher, but it's going to be to someone. What about her life at the kindergarten? Probably going to be the teacher that talks about this. Oh no, it's not. This is someone new. I've already explained everything to the other officers on the phone, Detective. Is she still missing? How could anyone take her away in broad daylight in the middle of a condo complex?
Somi, the developer, made after 4 years or back when the Wake was released.
I've never played a game called The Wake. I've never even heard of that. But I didn't look too deeply into this developer's game catalog, but this one's very interesting to me. This person's already like sending me off danger vibes.
It's another one from this dev.
Like it's already like hitting me like in the same way Papers, Please did, where it's like it feels like a single dev is like making a really stylized game. So it's really making me feel good. Is she still missing? How can someone take her in the broad daylight? I heard her mother and brother were with her. Didn't they see anything?
Gotta go.
Sure thing, Malk.
Bye.
Hope you have a wonderful birthday today. I don't know if this helps, but like, oh god, this information's already gonna start getting confusing.
Thank
You asked me to tell you anything, so I guess I will. Siwon was always optimistic and cheerful. She started at Eden last year, and I was surprised that she never shied away from any of us teachers. So she's one of the teachers. Probably the kindergarten teacher, like one of the teachers at the very least. Eden probably is the school, I guess? At first I took her for a healthy child, a friendly child. Then I realized that her brother came to pick her up instead of her mother, but she never asked where her mother was. No, not that that's a problem, not at all. But Well, how should I put this? I suppose I've never seen her cry or get angry or even frown. So I've always felt like I wanted to keep a closer eye on her, to make sure that she's okay. She's going to need a lot of attention and guidance. She's so cheerful and bright, but in a strangely fragile way. Does that make sense? Okay, so instantly I'm dropping this out of not the father, but Eden is definitely that it? Eden, kindergarten, class teacher? It feels like that's who it would be. Say this. Oh god, no wait, that's wrong. Where is it? There we go, this one. This one's the Eden one. Boom. And also a brother. Oh! I got something. Oh, it's a key. It's saying that that's correct, I think. Okay, cool. We also got the brother. Of course, this guy. Okay. In order to open that one up, I need crying or kindergarten, and I got crying from over here. Or cry. Oh my. We got, when did Siwon's mother leave you? Why didn't you report any of this to the authorities? That feels very important to me. About the kindergarten teacher's testimony. I don't know who would say that. We're saying that too now. But I have to unlock the open the lock to connect this conversation. Okay, so let's look at whoever this is. Who is this? I'm so grateful to her. I had no idea that she was keeping such a close eye on Siwon. There's something Siwon always says to me. Mommy's the saddest person in the world. She never says that when her father is around, of course. But I think I understand what she means now. Siwon genuinely thinks that way. He couldn't handle it otherwise. Huh. That's why she refuses to cry. Because then it would that makes her the saddest person instead of her mom. Ugh. But she couldn't handle it if she were the saddest person in the world, getting pity from everyone. It's probably how she sees it all. She's still so young. Children who are forced to grow up fast end up with better control of their emotions. And that breaks my heart. Oy. I'm gonna guess that that's the friend. That's my guess. Because this is someone talking as an outsider from the father and the mother, also talking about the kindergarten teacher. So essentially, it's close. Someone who's close, but not family, I guess. Not gonna get that one open anytime soon. We've got police station and surrender. Let's see what police station will get us. Got 3. Claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. City Hall, you said? Have you contacted Siwon's father? That one's probably related to the mother, if I had to guess. But also maybe the teacher. Possibly... I'm gonna see if I can get someone new as well. Maybe we'll get like a police chief or something. He claims he's behind the culprit behind the disappearance. Siwon's father has surrendered himself to us. Huh?
No, detective, you can't. Don't believe a word of what he says. I'll be there at the station immediately.
Okay, so we got a new person.
Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It's all my fault. I'll be there right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility.
I don't know who this belongs to. That's certainly someone new. Oof, we got some new ones here. Open a lock to connect this conversation. In order to open those locks, then hold on. What Miho stole and Miho's testimony that shows mixed feelings on Hyeong. I don't even know what the teacher's name is. Miho stole something? Don't lie to me, Miho. Didn't you say that Auntie was telling the truth? So we've also got another character called who's the Auntie, who's the person who was speaking in this one. Definitely feel the vibe of the picture. So this rendered thing is definitely showing up often, so we should probably get that done at some point. Let's see. Is C1 alright? I see the mother has contacted you. Confirmation that C1 is alive. See, the mother has contacted you. Your mother has contacted you. That's probably to the father, if it's the aunt, right? I doubt we're talking to the brother. It's exactly as you heard. Will you be coming to the police station together? That man was never one for prayer. No matter how deep you dug, he said, the spade would never know the smell of the earth. He refused to pray even once as our baby lay sick in the hospital. Oh, this is the mother, I think. They're referring to the auntie. But yeah, this is C1's mother. He refused to pray even once as our baby lay sick in the hospital. That's why he doesn't understand. That prayer is the reason we've been so blessed. All he ever did was get angry that he couldn't change anything with his own abilities. You said he turned himself in? Did he really take her? Maybe it was because he couldn't afford child support payments. He's been complaining since last summer about how he was having a hard time keeping up with the payment schedule. I told him this was a critical time in C1's life, that he had to get his act together. We may be divorced, but he's still her father. Oh, so is the English teacher the actual father or something? Or is it just that they're separated? Even now, I suppose that's why he's trying to change things himself without trying to pray. So the mother, of course. Nice, we got that in. So now we can add this as Zhao Jinghua, one's grandmother. Correct. Nice, we got that in. So turned himself in is already like finished. This is a long one. I don't know, the police station one. City Hall, you said. Have you contacted C1's father? City Hall, you said? This to the... Oh, someone new. That's right, Chief. How are you? I'm from the Hamyong City Hall Administrative Office. At this time of year, 4 kids stated to go to start to school this year as in your district didn't show up pre-entrance day. I'm just calling for your cooperation. Oh, I think this might be okay. We spoke to all their families over the phone, and they said they were all on vacation overseas or busy with other things and that sort of thing. I mean, elementary school classes haven't started yet, so I'm going to have to report everything looks fine. But we do have to make sure that all the paperwork's there. We're working on the police assistance request forms right now, and they'll say that the local police stations dispatch personnel to all the absentees' households for welfare checkups at the school board's request. Imagine that, Chief. It'll be like free bonus, and our compensation for external personnel requisitions is pretty solid, if you ask me. Once you get the forms, send us the personal roster and their direct disposition information attached, and we'll take care of the things on our end. Well, we definitely got a new character. City Hall. Get that in. That's not in fully, I guess. I guess we got a date on that one, meaning that we've got it in the correct location, meaning that this might not be the first thing we ever did with City Hall. Three hours ago? Okay, the 3 hours ago is probably going to be leading me to something specific. Elementary school and calling. I want to get the final one here done. Phone call, birthday, and police. Got 2 callings here. Oh, we got a purple now. Down the line, I'm on my way. Could you explain what happened? Who were you on the phone with on the afternoon of February 3rd? What's up with this one? This is a code? The day C1's mother was discharged. Jesus Christ, okay. I'm not expecting this game to go this hard. Okay, have you contacted C1's mother or father? I keep calling him, but he won't pick up. Not out of the ordinary. We only meet for her birthdays. This is emergency. His own daughter is missing. Detective, I was texting him on the day that you came from the police station. Yuan is always such a quiet girl, but she was chattering about how much happier she'd be if her father was here too. So I asked him to come by and say hello, but he's heartless, that man. So that's probably correct, in that it's the mother speaking. I could switch them around like this. That doesn't change anything, but like, it doesn't feel like that would be before the announcement that someone's gone missing. Then again, maybe it is before asking more information. Have we contacted the father? Oh. I'll keep it there for now. Calling. There's another calling, right? Yeah, called. Down the line, I'm on my way. Could you tell me what happened? Okay. I got a call from my mother. One's grandmother. She said, I'm at the store outside the condo complex and the security called saying the fire alarm was going off in the house. The security guard went over to my mother's house to check, but she couldn't open the door. So she asked me to go and open it for her. I chewed her out. She knew I couldn't bring C1 somewhere so dangerous, so I told her to go herself. But she was so stubborn. Mom said that she could get to the playground and pick up C1 faster than she could get home. So I rushed over to her house and made sure that everything was fine at her place. that she would be there soon. She said that she would... That made the most sense. She was going to wait for me with C1 outside the building. I went to Mom's house, and the security guard there was there. I opened the door for him, and the place was filled with smoke. I don't know what he was cooking on that stove, but the pot was burnt black. The guard turned off the stove and opened the windows. But all I could think of was Siwan and how glad I was that I didn't bring her to a dangerous place, and that fire didn't make anything get any worse. I ran back to the elevator. It was only a few minutes, I swear. I found Mom waiting for me outside the building, just like she'd promised. When I asked her where Siwan was, that I thought you took her with you. Detective, are you here yet? This is actually an awkward one because am I supposed to take this seriously or like... Oh, C1's grandmother? Yep. Already got that. So does that mean the father said it or the mother did? I got a call from my mother, C1's grandmother. Okay. It feels like that's the mother then. Said she was at the complex. Security guard went over to my mother's house to check, but couldn't find the door. At the very start. Is that where everything started? God, this is a long one. But it's possible that this is the father? Like, this is already implying that she went missing in another time. Because, hold on, the father said she went missing at the playground, right? So that's one time. That's the definitive moment she went missing. This one she went missing again, but in another situation? It's kind of hard to tell who actually said that then. It could be the father. Like, would the father and the mother both say that, like, you know, the mother, their mom is the, I don't know, weird talks and whatnot. I'll leave it like that for now, but I do think this is probably an earlier one. Yes, okay. That's connected. Ah, okay. So, yep. So when they lost her once. I have a feeling, yeah, this connects, and this goes before the whole missing. Oh my god, I'm connecting all of them. Damn. Okay, so they are connected. So the grandmother was supposed to have been there. The grandmother was supposed to know have actually got the kid. She said it made the most sense. So Mom said she would go to the playground and pick up C1 faster than she could go home. So the grandmother was under the impression that the mother had gotten the child under this rule of text. I actually like that it all connected itself. So I'm trying to find like how all of these like connect together. Nice. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else. We got the playgrounds still. Sadly, all of them are still locked in, so we can't really do anything about any of them. Case unsolved. That's interesting. Why did you turn yourself in? The day C1 died. Well, I got confirmation that she's alive, but I have a feeling that the confirmation that she's alive is for the first time, or like one time where she's disappeared. Or maybe a trick that someone pulls, maybe? Why did you turn yourself in the day that she died? Let's get the surrender then. Oh. Okay. Phone. We got this one. So, who were you on the phone with on the afternoon of February 3rd? Who is this? Is this the mother again? Well, our office isn't exactly well staffed, so I'm the only one doing most of the phone duties. Hey, Young, on the afternoon of 3rd? Employees complain that we check in too often, so we don't usually do that. So there's not much to call about in the afternoon. Who's saying this? Hey, Jong. So it's someone possibly. We need to know more about who Hey Jong is then, because it's possible they may be like library people or something. I don't know. The employees often complain if we check too often. Not much to call about in the afternoon. Wait a second. I see, I did call, but it wasn't for anything special. There was going to be, what was it now? A Best Caregivers Award ceremony in a few days. We asked if she could make it, like, we have more than 100 caregivers working for us, but no one wanted to show. I think that was the gist of the call. Maybe this is the kindergarten teacher. I need to recheck the kindergarten's picture to see if that's correct. I kind of regretted calling her. I mean, she's not the type to do that kind of company spirit event. You could talk to her, right? She can't even have a nice long chat. She's always cutting calls short. Sometimes it's about being too busy with the kids. Has she even come into the office recently? Keep that in mind. So if we find any that feel like they're getting cut off early or saying that she's busy, probably her, right? So what's all this about? I mean, as long as she's doing her job, but a police visit? Really? She's not exactly a slacker. What's going on here? I'm gonna suggest that this is the the kindergarten teacher. Yeah. Not sure about that. But the teacher here had a kind of similar face. Although it's kind of hard to tell. It's possibly it's just a completely new person that we've yet to meet. Alright, we've got elementary schools. You received a notice from the school board, correct? It says in our files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. We received testimony that you spoke on the phone with the City Hall employee and told them C1 couldn't attend entrance day for personal reasons. Okay, so these are two different people, I guess? Do this one then. You received notice from the school board, correct? It says that in our files that she didn't attend pre-entrance day. I'm sure to check in and make sure everything's alright. The world's a dangerous place these days. I've been told City Hall's personnel have spoken with C1's grandmother already, but I wanted to make sure. C1 alright? This is the mother. Oh, she's detective. You must have your hands full checking up on every absence in the district. You see, once she wakes up, C1's healthy as a horse now. You have no trouble going to school. All that time in the hospital was tough on her, but she's grown up strong and I'm proud of her. Siwon's had no end of trouble since I was pregnant with her. I think she takes after her father, who was born premature. The doctor scared us every time we went for a checkup about how one thing could go wrong and then something else, and on and on. I don't really remember how many waivers and consent forms I had to sign, but I always knew that she'd be all right, how those little hands were going to get bigger and stronger one day. No need to worry, I'm taking good care of her. Siwon's father and I are no longer together, but my mother and I are doing our best to give her everything she needs. This game is kind of reminding me of Fireworks in a way. The game that talked about how a child was essentially like dealing with a really awkward family dynamic going on with all of their family members. And I'll make sure she comes out to the first day of school. Thank you for checking in. I think the rice is ready. Would you like to join us for food, detective? I don't like how friendly this whole thing is, but this is very much the mother. It's very early on, I believe, before all of the freakouts. There we go. Oh, it's all connected now. Nice. So we got pretty much all of the mother's testimonies, basically, I think. If we switch these around, does it all connect? Oh, we've got one more thing, I think, for the mother. Unless this goes even further down. Jesus Christ. Let's go with Candy. Oof. You last saw C1. Got another box. Receiving testimony that directly contradicts your claim. Proof the shopkeeper is lying. So we haven't got the shopkeeper yet. The key for that one, of course. Alright, let's go and see what's going on with this one. It's probably going to be the brother, I think. Could you tell me about what happened when you last saw C1? We always used to buy the C1 candy from the stationery store on the way home. But we didn't buy her candy recently because Auntie doesn't come out with us anymore. I told C1 to stay where she was, so I went over to the stationery store and I ran right over. The stationery store was up the steps over the fence. It was real quick, I swear. I was only there for a bit and I ran back, but she wasn't there. I called her name like C1, but she didn't come, only Auntie did. I started crying and Auntie said I shouldn't tell anyone she wasn't with us. Oh, I shouldn't tell anyone she wasn't with us. She told me not to say anything at all. Just like that monkey we saw in the temple. Oh, so the auntie was lying about having not had her with her. So that's the brother, definitely. Oy, not to say anything, huh? God, that's a lot. We know you weren't at the playground. I haven't really dealt with any of these locks yet. Your son was still there. I was under the impression that both children were at the playground. It's okay if you don't want to talk, Migyon. I don't mind waiting. I think we should get that one because I think that's the second one. Let's get that one. But Migyon, could you promise me that once you're ready, you'll talk to me? Alright, so maybe that's the very first thing that was said. Get that all the way up. Yeah. I got one key, so we can open up one of the locks now. Interesting, so I think I can answer these now. So where's C1 now? The key reason the English teacher needed the funds. Hold on. I haven't even unlocked who the shopkeeper is, so I'm not going to do any of those yet. Hold on. For the brother, I might continue talking to the brother. Stationery store. Stationery store is definitely a good way to continue on the fact that we need this shopkeeper. Did you happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find C1? We've received testimony that C1 was a regular at your stationery store. That should possibly give us something. Did anyone from her family drop in today, or C1 herself on her own? Today? No, not C1, not her brother either. I ask what the police want with them. Not the first to come looking for her today. Is this about Mihyo's mother? Thing is, Mihyo's only been coming with C1 these days. He used to come in with his mother all the time when he was younger, but I haven't seen her in quite a while. Is she doing all right? Yeah, we got that, but we haven't gotten the shopkeep yet. Well, I guess I could get the shopkeep knocked out by pointing out brother did actually go in. There we go. Nice! I unlocked it because I found a statement that clearly showed that it was bullshit. Nice. If I find Candy Liar Time. And this one? Lie. There we go. Get this one, because then we can get the person. There we go. We've received testimony that directly contradicts your claim. Ah, you're back. That means you're still searching, I take it. I tried to think of anyone suspicious I might have seen in the air, but nothing. But the truth is, yes, Miho was here. I'm sorry for lying to you, I didn't think it was important. You see, I didn't want you to think badly of Mikio. He's a good boy at heart. I'm very sorry, truly am. I should have told you up front. Was the time that he came to the store again? Yes, a little after 3:30, I believe. Well, nothing out of the ordinary. He looked like he was in a rush. And when I asked, he only said he had to go back quick. He went straight for the usual candy shelf and picked out a bag, so I assumed it was for C1. The favorite brand. So, you know, the pink candy that so big your cheeks puff up with like a squirrel? Ugh. I told you before, Mihyo is very mature for his years. But that day I saw him squatting in front of the greeting card shelf for a long time with the candy still in his hand. Eventually he came up to the counter and paid for the candy, but wouldn't look me in the eye. I thought it was strange, so I went to check out the shelf, and well, one of the cards is gone. I was disappointed in the boy, of course, made up my mind to give him a stern talking to. At the same time, I felt sorry for him. I only imagine what went through his mind when he was squatting there in front of the shelf. So, he stole a card. Well, we can quickly grab this one and quickly change that over to the shopkeep. That is the first one, or something I've ever. But yeah, Miho definitely did steal a card. One of the cards is gone. There we go. that one done and dusted. Get that one? Please don't lie to me, Miho. Didn't you say your auntie was telling the truth? Auntie told me that lying is not about that. Lying's not about what's good, it's about what's necessary. She said lying isn't always a bad thing. It's bad lies that are really bad. Mom said she'd watch over me from heaven. She said that she'd watch over us even after she died. But that's a lie, right? There's no such thing as heaven. But C1 doesn't know that. Jesus Christ, man. This is just... Oy. So stupid. Mom was lying. But that doesn't mean that Mom was a bad person. But does that mean Mom was a bad person? Probably goes right after the statement that they just bought that, right? Maybe not. I got a key, so I can open up one of these if I had to. But I'll continue on with our connections. Caller. Is this even more? Jesus. You think Mr. Kim Genshock, that he's store owner? No, probably not, but we don't have him in here, but he's probably the teacher, right? Reasons to suspect C1's mother. Oh, that's the mother's name. Reasons to suspect the mother. C1's mother's birthday. I don't know if we've actually had a birthday talk anywhere. Waking up in the absence, drawn premature. I feel like maybe we did, but I can't really think of a good time. Hospital. God, even more. Okay, C1 ever wandered off before? Is there a special meaning to C1's name? Try the wandering off before. Is that really possible? Detective, I think it might be my fault she's gone. I was in the hospital for a long time after I had C1. I couldn't care for her because I was bedridden. But since we were both spent so much time looking at the hospital ceiling, I thought it might be better to be able to understand her better. Now, though, I'm not so sure. I think this might be the grandmother. Do you think she resents me? Or do you think... Is that why she won't call me Mom? Oh, maybe someone else? Is that why she always finds it always so hard to find? I have to scour all playgrounds to find her. Why she won't call me Mom? Maybe she is the mother that's saying this? Does C1 have any favourite places near the playground? Somewhere where she might have wandered off on her own. This is probably going to be an earlier one. Oh, this is the father. Wandered off? She didn't stroll away somewhere. She's been kidnapped. All possibilities are on the table, as if... Get off your chairs and do something. We're running out of time. Mobilize the forces. Get those cruisers on the streets. Anything! TikTok detective, who knows what they're going to do to her. If you're sitting here asking where she's gone on her own, and you're doing that, ugh. Damn it! Damn it. Sorry, detective, I know you're doing everything you can. So maybe the father at the start genuinely was like really trying to find out where she was. Maybe. Those two connect, but that's not the first one because she's clearly like. There's no like introduction, I guess. But it's nice that those connect at the very least. Exactly as my daughter said. Oh, this is definitely the auntie. Yeah, so this is definitely the grandmother. It's not connecting, but it definitely feels like that's something the grandmother is saying. I was going under maybe a possibility that there was two daughters, but yeah, no, that makes much more sense. Like, that's the last one, definitely. Correct date. The day C1 disappeared. I actually got that, right? Not there, it's this one. So 2/5/12, I guess. Okay, it's probably 12/25, I guess. Hopefully. It feels like that's correct. The date she went missing, it's 12/25. I'll leave that as is for now. Reasons to suspect you. Reason the English teacher needed the funds. I mean, the kindergarten thing here. Staff isn't... Best caregiver. Let's see. There is another person that we've yet to see. Anyone's birthday? The relationship. Oh, so was this girl John's new girlfriend, maybe? Time, which gives us a couple new ones. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how does Mikio feel? We received testimony that you spoke with the phone with a city hall employee and told the C1 couldn't be attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Remember the time? Why do you remember the time so precisely? I like that one. Let's look into that. That's probably the mother, right? Nope. Someone new. My phone's call history. I never leave the children alone when we're out together. But then I got a phone call. I don't usually get calls in the afternoon. I think I panicked. The first thing that came to mind was that I had to pick up somewhere quiet so I couldn't hear, so I ducked into the condo hallway. The call history was 5 minutes long, but she disappeared in less than that. I know because I looked up the part way through the conversation and she was already gone. Oh wait, let's put that as in, maybe? I don't know. It's possible we're still missing someone. Because, like, we got another line here. Phone call? See. Received testimony that you spoke to on the phone with City Hall employee that told them Siwon couldn't attend pre-entrance day for personal reasons. Do you live with your daughter?
Pre-entrance day.
All I gotta say is that the pixel art is chef's kiss.
Genuinely, yeah, no, it's really good. It doesn't use like overly like detailed shadowing either. Like it's just very solid colors, and I like that.
That was what my daughter said. Now, a slight cold, I think. Yes, I remember now. I knew the pre-entrance day, so I asked my daughter later how it went. I don't live with her, of course, but I'm in the areas and drop in from time to time. It's just, I don't want to leave her alone for too long, spending all her time wallowing in misery. I do remember that I was visiting a few days ago when the City Hall employee called. He asked me the same thing you did, Detective. I think I said that I was doing well and I was taking perfect care of my granddaughter. Detective, this is ridiculous. It was just one missing pre-entrance day at school. What are you interrogating me for?
Yeesh. Okay, so there's a secret another person that hasn't shown up yet, but this is definitely the grandmother. This is before any crap went down. But yeah, they've still got this like, oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe there's some more school stuff maybe that I need to look into. I mean, like, I don't know why this isn't working. I don't know, like, what specific order of this day I have to put in. She went missing here at around this time. 3 hours ago, they said. Stubborn. I was never clicked on 3 hours ago. Fine. Let's try this. See who's speaking about Mikio. It must have been a big change for him. Your station searched the park in the neighborhood, right, Detective? The one with the pond? The weeping willow by the water. They'll look lonely to look at. I took a stroll there last year with Mikio and Haejong, and the tree reminded me of Mikio. This is the father, probably. He looks like he was at the mercy of the world sometimes, but the truth is, he was the most unyielding boy you'll meet. For children and adults too, I suppose. A death in the family is apparently like experiencing your universe collapse. Rebuilding from the ruins of that was a time-consuming journey. But I think Mikio has managed quite well on his own right. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something that he always carries around. Never leaves home without it. That's probably the father. Let's just shuffle them down the line. Probably earlier. There he is. Age young. Twelve, 2, 3. Okay, so she went missing on 12/2/3. That's confusing then, because he's like saying like she's gone missing. Like, oh, the dude said that he's gone missing, that she's gone missing. As Ellie is 12/2/3. Okay, let's put that in then. All right, let's switch it up. I don't know. I don't know what type of date they're asking for, but it doesn't make much sense to me. Let's see. Dead, surrender. I only got 2. I still don't know what the English teacher needed the funds. Anything new? I'm kind of searching for stuff at this point. That one's the candy one. I could open that up. I got a key, but I don't want to like waste it, you know? AC1's mother was discharged. Caregiver. No. Kind of just searching now. Hold on. Our office is well staffed. I still feel like that's something else, that's someone different, but I haven't unlocked that someone else yet. Promise. Silence is a heavy burden for a 5th grader, but Mikio refuses to give in. Refused to give in. Also got a blank one over here. What Mikio carries around? We haven't... I don't know what that is yet, but we have gotten him... the father saying that he carries something around. I think? Where did I put that? That's not helpful. Is it the umbrella? He was a good boy at heart. Came in a little after 3:30. God, this goes so far down. Was your son still there under the impression that both children were at the playground? I don't know who would refer to that, but let's look. Don't know who this is. Mihyun said that he was with Siwon the whole time, but he had no idea where she'd gone. So I scolded him. You're not making any sense. I was so desperate that I was too harsh on him. Even though it was my fault Siwon's disappeared, I failed them both. Please don't ask Miho for information. I won't tell you anything. Is this the father speaking? Of course. He won't tell you anything. Balance is a heavy burden. Ijong's birthday. Nope, it's not a good idea. I'm in like a kind of semi-half place. I got a bunch of stationery store, I guess, and playgrounds. Get this one. Did you ever happen to see this boy when you went to the playgrounds to find Siwon? You know the playground's near the stationery store, right? I saw the boy a few days ago. He went to the playground straight from the store. From the playground straight to the store. I remember wondering why Siwon was sticking so close to that boy. Why do you ask, Detective? Does that boy have something to do with the case? Who are we asking? Someone who doesn't know who the boy is. And there's not a lot of people. Yes, City Hall is... We're not talking formally to City Hall. He already knows who the boy is. Maybe kindergarten teacher? Maybe the aunt? No, the aunt was with him. Definitely. Stationery store. Hurt. Something, something, something. Taller. Thank you for telling me, Mihyul. I heard you're in 5th grade elementary school. With your height, I bet all the girls won't leave you alone. You're very tall for your age. Is that because you take after your mom? I take after her? Really? Am I really like her? Yeah, that's definitely the brother. Thank you for telling me. It's probably after he's revealed after the lie. Something? I don't know. There we go. Whoa. Guess I got most of this wrong. In a way. It's okay that if you don't want to talk me here, you don't have to answer, but I'm asking you stuff. We're together. Thank you for telling me, Miho. I heard you at the elementary school. It makes sense, I guess. Context-wise, that you continue into like a questioning of who he is and getting rapport. Elementary school. Gonna see one's family well. Who are we talking to here? Miho's family? Well, I've seen them since the children since they were little. Must have been, say, 3-4 years now. This is probably the English teacher, maybe. When they first moved in, I was sure Miho was close to finishing elementary school. He's tall for his age. He's very quiet, that one. His mother was picking out supplies for the young kids, and I showed her... Oh no, this is the shopkeep. I showed her the shelves older children might like. He laughed and said he gets that a lot. Miho is mature beyond his years. He doesn't even... And I don't mean his looks. It's normal for a kid that age to only think of themselves, but he's always hanging back and letting his sister spend all his pocket money. Yes, well, we're changing this to upkeep. There we go. There we go. That's probably the shopkeep practically done now. It's tall for that one. Does it say what he carries here? Gone by his looks. Doesn't really say it, no. It says it somewhere. He went straight to the candy shelf. I'm pretty sure all of them are still locked for candy. Yeah, that's the only one. Special meaning to see one's name. Case unsolved. Why do you turn yourself in? Miho's testimony that shows his mixed feelings on Heejong. Well, let's look at Miho's testimony then. Oh, he says, like, does that make mom a bad person? Is it... So does that mean that they're probably... He thinks that his mother is possibly a bad person because of that? Nope. Mixed feelings. Thought maybe there was stepsister and stepbrother, and the two different families basically. The father is with this woman now, and this is. But that no, that can't make sense because he's older. I'm pretty sure he's older. But is this through here? No, probably not. The boys a few days ago went from the playground straight to the store. Maybe he's part of the elementary thing. He's finishing high school, right? That's what it said. Probably don't have enough. Well, death. What about death? I guess I've got 2 keys now available, so I can unlock some of these. Get this one done. Stationery store, candy, and hurt. Go get candy done. Alright, so let's see. This isn't your fault as much as it isn't Meihyo's fault. I almost forgot to congratulate you. Happy birthday, Miss Shin. Today's your birthday, right? Correct? Oh, we got the birthday, I think. I know it may not be the best time, but I think you should know. I paid a visit to the stationery store Meihyo goes for Siwon's candy, and I spotted this. Apparently Meihyo picks up Siwon's usual candy and a birthday card. The owner said he took a long time to decide which to get. I wonder why he get a birthday card of all things. Now I understand. Thank you. I always thought Meihyo hated me. I wasn't trying to take his mother's place, but I assumed that's what he thought. How could I be so stupid? I should have known better than knowing how badly he been hurt. Detective, what happened to Siwon's mother now? I got a birthday achievement. Siwon's mother leave you. This is the father, definitely. We've been divorced for about 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needed me most. But at the time, I thought it was all for the best. That's when we reached our limit, and we'd only keep on hurting each other if we kept living like this. That's what I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face emptiness inside, and it was excruciating because I knew that void could never be filled. If only we could have cried it out together and kept each other going. But we struggled to keep each other. We were making no progress at all. And one day we realized it hurt more to deal with our pain together than alone. So we chose to separate our ways. Go separate ways. That was our decision, to run from the wounds instead of confronting them. To let the blade drop on the guillotine. Well, aren't you poetic? Let's see if that connects to anything. Not specifically, I guess. Or not yet. What does this divorce get us? Quite a couple, but let's see. Alright, explain to me how you took Siwon. Okay, this is gonna be the English teacher. When was the last time you saw Siwon's father? Call him often? Well, let's hold off on that for now because I wanted to also look at this one, the birthday one. Yeah, so it's definitely Miss Shin's conversation. I'm trying to put it at the very top to see... Nope, it doesn't connect to anything. Oh well. I mean... It did tell us that it's her birthday. Her birthday was on the same day, maybe. Or it's on this day. Happy birthday, right? Today's your birthday. So we need to find out what day that happened on, so we need to connect it, basically, to something. English teacher needed the funds. Apparently we've got that somewhere. But, okay, let's get the... Alright, explain how you stole one away. Explain me how you took Siwon. I was a junior high school English teacher in all my career. Ever since I finished teachers, college, and military service. But after the divorce, I quit my job and at the school and started tutoring in a cram school to gigs. And well, my income isn't particularly stable. I needed money. I'm sorry. I went to the playground intending to kidnap a child who seemed to be alone. I was there for more than 30 minutes, and I saw a little girl playing by herself for a long time, so I lied to her. But once I brought her with me, I got scared. I didn't even know how I would even ask for her parents for a ransom. That's how it was. I was afraid, and I decided to stop, and nothing more. Well, go put that in the English teacher category. Put you through all of these. Lied. Still got a key available. Junior high school. What does Mayho carry around? Favorite places in the playground. So many of these, Jesus. The English teacher needed the funds, of course, and he said that he needed them for, let's see, English teacher here. Income isn't stable. He said that. Are we suggesting that it was the other dialogue that was like boys playing? Maybe it was something with the city hall? Kind of having trouble with this. The key reason the English teacher needed the funds. How is that not it? Well, I guess it's not the key reason, I guess. Come on. Guess let's open up this one. Why didn't you report this to the authorities? She was with us exactly 108 days. That's the time C1 lived and breathed with us. If only I could have held her at least once, kissed those little cheeks. Or at least, if only I'd been able to hear her cry. Maybe I would have been able to accept it. C1's mother, she still had milk for a baby who was gone. A crib that was still warm, and it seemed to get colder. How could I possibly file that report? Looking back, it was her name. Her name was the problem. It's my fault for coming up with the name. I can tell you how much I regret it. Instead of giving her strength, the name marched her forward along the rhino horn straight past us. Like a gust of wind, she slipped through our fingers, attached to nothing in the world at all. Who is saying this? Is it the mother? Oh no, it's him. it has to be him. I guess the key ones are just flat out pure statements from those characters. Like, they're not altered or changed. I'm really trying to figure this out, man. Very, like, complex, and I'm kind of getting to a point where it's getting a little more stumped. So we got Miho's testimony that shows his mixed feelings on Hee-Young. The thing is, he says right here, but Mom is a... Does that mean that Mom was a bad person? Am I really like her? Oh. Am I really like her? Like, that doesn't really feel like an anything kind of... Like, it states like several things, but it's very vague. Alright, let's see. What if I told you that there's no need for lying now? What if your lie is a bad kind, the kind that's going to hurt Auntie and so on? Why is not saying anything a lie? If I tell you, if I say what really happened, then Auntie sounds like the bad guy. But she's a good person. It's my fault, not Auntie's. It's all my fault. Okay. So that's definitely right after he... Yeah. Right after he got old. Oy.
I forgot why the hashtags are there.
They kind of just connect to one another, don't they? Not saying anything's a lie. Apparently, like, I've already tried to put this in multiple times. I'm pretty sure it says like year, date and month, or month or date. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell since every country kind of has their own different way of putting in dates. And I'm pretty sure that one says the date, not the time. The day Go disappeared. Sure, I shouldn't put in the year? Is that it? The awkward thing as well is that we've got two different days of like saying that they disappeared. This is where she says that she's disappeared on this day, which was like 3 hours before at one point, so it was like 10 o'clock. Or 3:30? Where? 3:30 in the afternoon. Detective, she disappeared 3 hours ago. I've looked everywhere. Then the father was like screaming at this day, saying wandered off to take a scroll. No, she wouldn't disappear. And that was like 2 days before the mother was making her big scream about her disappearing. Try moving these around. Ah, there we go. That's where it connects. You never wandered off before. Don't know about that. This 33, Detective I guess it maybe it wasn't the mother that said this. When did you last see her at the playground? Okay, it wasn't the mother that said this, because she wasn't at the playground, of course. Meaning it was possibly the auntie that did? You know, she definitely wasn't the one that said 3:30 in the afternoon. It's just that the auntie has like a weird like view of things, or like it's been kind of weird. She's basically started off saying like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I don't feel like there's anything weird about it." Maybe it's the new wife. There we go. Okay, I had a feeling that something was up there. How do you remember the time so precisely? Of course.
Damn, almost done with the mother.
Practically, yeah. The mother's like very far on compared to everyone else. Even like, I'm still missing like one pet character, I feel. The key reason the English teacher needed the funds is so vague to me. And that was like something that's shown up a long time ago, apparently. And like, the thing that kind of pointed it was this one. My income isn't stable. But none of these are really working. Maybe it was another character that said something about it? Maybe I have some more available. I don't for that one, and I don't... Oh, I do for this one. Special meaning to someone's name. Okay, we got something here. What's her name? There's special meaning to Suwon's name. Suwon was born 23 weeks. At 23 weeks, she weighed less than 700 grams. Her mother had just come out of a C-section and was about to be transferred to the ICU with the baby. The nurse called for me. It was only for a few seconds, but she let me see Suwon. Suwon reminded me of Thumbelina? Ugh. A fragile, precious little princess nestled in a bright red flower. She was so light I could barely feel her in my arms. I was scared she might float away if I had so much as breathed in her direction. The nurse told me I had to look, but I didn't know how. I could have a look. I could barely see through the tears. I couldn't even get a proper look at my precious baby girl. And then, the first thing I did after that confusing meeting, I registered her birth. I sprinted straight from the hospital to the city hall registration desk. I didn't stop to catch my breath, and I wrote down her name, Siho, Juan. That's Siho for rhinoceros and Juan for origin. It's a very unusual name, I know. At the time, I was thinking of the old saying about marching forward like the lone horn of the rhino. I thought of that strength. Put all my weight into each stroke of the pen, every last one, hoping that the fragile piece of paper might help somehow. That it might help root her to life, like a powerful anchor that has kept her more to us. Yeah, that's probably the father. Definitely the father. Go ahead and swish that through everything to see if it connects. Doesn't really, annoyingly. Then again, is it possible that that's maybe the grandmother? No, probably not. That crying down my face, my baby girl, right? A precious baby girl, yeah. This one has apparently been figured out, but I don't know what I'd be pointing towards. What does Miho always carry? Oh, it lets me point out the picture. Okay, there we go. That's actually easy. Well, it's not that. It's this one. Umbrella. I didn't even know I could pick out a picture. Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and grab a hospital. There you go. The umbrella, you mean? That's right. Whether he's going to school or out some outing, he always has got that umbrella in his hand. It's been a while that way since my wife passed. There was always something she always told the kids when she was in the hospital. She promised that she'd go ahead to heaven and watch over them from above. Miho didn't say anything. All he did was sit in this distance and sigh, as I recall. I think he wanted to tell her that there's no such thing in heaven as heaven. That if he wanted to watch over him, she should just do it from Earth. It wasn't long before she passed. I only noticed after some time that Miho always took an umbrella with him when he left the house. And that's when I remembered the exact promise his mother made. I mean it, Miho. How about this, then? Since I won't be able to pick you up from school on rainy days, I'll ask God to stop the rain if you ever forget your umbrella. Huh. That does feel like the father's statement. Let's run that through. There you go. That's something. At least it gives us dates to some of them as well. This is 2-3, and this one's 2-4, meaning that it's after, so it has to be at some time before. You know? Okay, well. Death. I'm gonna assume it's this day that they went missing because it's very quick, right? Get them all in to the station and everything. The 2-3, so 2-3 maybe? God damn it. 02 03. There you go. Jesus. You don't put the year in, I guess, which is weird. Okay. Certificate of Family Relations. Chio Dongyong. You'll be September 15th, 1972. Got the date of birth of Xiao Yongan. Spouse Xiao Huangyang. Date of birth December 25th, 1974. Female, deceased. Married March 5th, 2000. Death September 1st, 2009. Child Chao Mi-hyung. Date of birth January 3rd, 2001. Male. Child Chao Xiong. Date of birth August 1, 2004. Female. Certificate issued February 4, 2012. City Hall. Probably wasn't the first, I guess. But yeah. You get a lot of birthdays, I guess. Dates in general. Reasons to suspect. Information that she's alive. C1's birthday. Mother's birthday, right? The mother's birthday is 25th. Wait. His mother is dead? Huh. I guess that that's probably after everything that happened then. Wait, Xiao... I don't know if they're the same person. That's the thing. I don't know if these two are the same person. But yeah, I guess we can put that in. December 25. So 12/25? Is that it? There you go. Let's see. How old was Siwan when Miss Xin Hingzhuang first came to take care of her? I first met He Zhuang when Siwan was 4. That was a few years ago. When my wife died of illness, I was despondent. Didn't know how I'd raise the kids. But He Zhuang was there to support us. They called us caregivers. They called caregivers instead of the nannies these days, aren't they? He Zhuang was my child's caregiver. She'd been coming in to look after the kids ever since my wife was hospitalized and befriended them instantly. I don't know how I would have been able to cope without her. Siwan even calls her mom and treats her like one too. I could never thank her enough, but now I'm starting to think I relied on He Zhuang too much. I mean, she's not exactly family, is she? There we go. Some connections, at least. It's kind of interesting that we're talking mainly about, like, the family as a whole. Don't know. He won't talk about anything. I mean, this one's still talking about the son. Your son is still there, under the impression that both of the children are at the playground. We can apparently get this one now. Oh, we can actually do this. Yeah, definitely, because oh, I think we already kind of like. Gong Yong and her relationship. They kind of got it revealed here. Not exactly family. There we go. Children's caregiver, right? Well, let's get the new group in. Or the new, this is probably the caretaker's or the caregiver's company at the support center. Certificate for employment. Caregiver Shin Heng Guang. Date of birth February 6, 1976. Female. Client Chon Dongjeon. Date of birth September 15th, 1972. Hereby certify that above caretaker has assigned to the client since July 1st, 2009. Certificate issued February 4th, 2012. Support center. Finally got that in. We can also quickly grab this one and put that in as the caretaker's office. Possibly this one too. Where is it? I don't know, actually. There we go. Possible that might be the only ones. These might be the only ones, that is. Yi Jong's birthday, we got that. Got keys. Reasons to suspect C1's mother. We still need to look a little closer, I think. Both Hee Jung's birthday. Let's go and get that. Hee Jung's birthday is February 6th, 0206. 0206.
She just like me. I was born 3 months before the doctors said I was supposed to be born.
It's very dangerous because it can lead to a lot of health problems and growth or development issues. But it can work out too. Ugh. I got the only thing I had in today was orange with pineapple. I would prefer just orange or something else, but we don't really have much in. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this sorted in. Silence is a heavy burden for a 50 grader, but Mihyo refuses to give in. Who's saying this? I investigated everyone else I could. Residents, passerbys, local businesses, everyone. There's a little indent on the walls behind the flower beds. You can see the playground from there, but not the other way around, at least for the children playing there. That's where you were hiding, wasn't it? To watch them from afar. Got a woman. When I went to the playground, I could hear the other mothers gossip about me and the children. Meihyo would have heard it too. I understand why people would get the wrong idea. Siwon calls me mommy. So it didn't hurt if Meihyo hated me. But only imagine how he felt after his sister called me that. A few weeks ago, Meihyo told me to stay away from him.
In my case, it was having not fully developed lungs, so my stamina is kinda shit.
Jeez, man. In fact, you still work quite heavily. If I remember correctly, you did farm work with animals and whatnot, right? Kind of surprising hearing that. Meihyo told me to stay away from him, so I wandered around, and it seemed like forever and found that spot. Meihyo, I know he must hate me for the fact that I exist, but I may not be his mother, but still, I promised Woo Young that I would take care of them both. And now look what's happened. I only looked away for a second. I only took a second to rest because I've been standing on my toes the whole time. Well, That's before the birthday card, right? Yeah. Is that possibly afterwards? No. That's before the dates. Let's see. That's 6th. The first one was 3rd. Got key, a single one. English funds is still confusing to me. Pre-entrance day absentee list. It's your fault. Not your fault, Meikyo. Nobody in your family is responsible for this.
Yeah, but I'm weak, you know. Like I got not much muscle, so I don't really do the heavy lifting work.
I'll unlock this one, I think. I don't know if these even really matter in terms of, like, figuring things out. Like, it's probably, like, their end things, if I had to guess. Lie. But I'll go ahead and get this one done. It's not your fault, Meikyo. Nobody in your family is responsible for this. But I told Auntie not to come to the playground. I told her to stay away. I said that I could take C1 without her. It's my fault. I'm the one who made Auntie go away. It's just, if we were all at the playground together, we'd look like a family, and Mom would see C1 call Auntie Mom. I know Mom's not really watching us from heaven. I know she's lying, but I didn't want her to be sad. It's not Auntie's fault. I'm the one who told her not to come with us. I might be the brother's complete testimony. So are we? Is he referring to Shin as the auntie then? I think so. Reasons to suspect the mother. See, now you remember, someone turned himself in. But you're still suspicious of C1's mother. Are you misremembering something?
Steam
No, that's not it.
meant cool cat.
Oh, I'm getting like all of them, basically.
But my memory's hazy, out of order. Those were the exact conversations. C1's father clearly said, keep her completely out of her mother's reach. That's why he didn't want to keep the case that's why he wanted to keep the case unsolved. And there was more testimony. Alright then. Let's start by looking for reasons to suspect C1's mother. Your doubts will unveil more of your clouded memories. But it's absolutely true that C1's mother is the reason the girl went missing. Well, the father did say at the very end of his thing to keep it secret. Where is that? That's one. I need to find the other ones, I guess, but that's also the one I wanted to get at the very bottom. It's him wanting the case to be unsolved. Special name for C1 should go some higher place, I feel. The son's name? Statement? I don't know.
I still don't know what the English teacher needed for funds. That just came, like, said, like, I can finish that one at some point, but, like, I don't know when it said I could do that. Reason to suspect the mother. The day Shihon's mother was discharged. I guess I should try still finding some other reasons to suspect her. The mother said something to do with that whole incident with the auntie and the mother, where the mother came back. Well, you know what? I think that might be one where she says that. Hold on. Where the mother says that. Where is it? What is that? The mom part. That at the very start? I don't know. It was just like one moment where she says like she and her mother came together and like, but she like gives her statement here. Bought a tutor out. Couldn't bring Sing-won ever, so I told her I'd go myself. It's not that one. Emergency, daughter went missing. Heartless man. Detective. Oh, is that why she won't call me mom? That's something that was constantly confusing me. If he did really take her, maybe it was because he couldn't afford the child support. Is it that? Hold on.
I would put is that why she didn't call me her mother into the suspicion.
Oh, I need to find reasons to suspect the mother. Yeah, that is true. The why wouldn't she call me mom is suspicious. That was constantly like irking me. I was like, would that go into should go into a different one? But yeah, but like I'm also trying to find that one specific part where she's like, I went to my mom's house. It's like where they disappeared. Here we go. It's here, I think. Wait. What brings you here? Of course she is. Food's ready. Give her the best, everything she needs. Doctor has scared us. Born premature. Detective, missing, gone. Call for mother. I'm just clicking all of these because I feel like one of them was weird. But maybe not.
They can go into multiple ones. Don't worry.
Okay. I don't think it's any more of the mothers, I guess. I said that maybe one of the brothers' ones would be where he said like mom is a bad person. But no, I think that was more for him saying it was she's lying about heaven. All history. Wasn't there something about how the mother was talked about in one of these? There we go. I realized that the mother never came to pick her up. That was something. There we go. I found it finally. It was a while ago, but I vaguely recalled it. Let's see. Why did we suspect the mother so? Like, those are like weird testimonials. Do you really think that Mr. Kim Genshok is the culprit?
I don't know.
Do you really suspect him, detective? So this is the new girlfriend of the father, the caretaker. That's what we'll go with.
Even if we were in financial trouble, I don't think he'd stoop that low. Instead, he'd... Detective, I'm not going to defend Genshok, but I'm telling you what I saw. There was a woman skulking around that playground, always hanging back. I thought she's suspicious because I kept running into her when I went around looking for Siwon. She was in her 30s or early 30s, a little on the tall side, maybe around 10 centimeters taller than me. She was always looking at the playground from afar, always behind the wall, behind the flower bed. You couldn't really see her unless you were really looking. But she probably kept an eye on the kids at the playground if she really craned her neck. I saw her there, standing on her toes, trying to look over the wall. By the way, detective, what was the name of that girl Genshok confessed to taking? Oh, it was the mother who said that, but yeah. Okay, so she's trying to say that the girlfriend is the one that did the stealing. Okay. This was my conversation with Siwon's mother, right? Probably. I don't understand. She acts as if I know the man who turned himself in, and asks about her kidnapped daughter as if she's a stranger. It's frightening. Was she having a dissociative episode? Ma'am, do you remember the things that made you stand on your toes? What does that have to do with anything? In my case, I only really stood on my toes for one reason. Affection. To keep my eyes on something or someone I really cared about. I don't know about that. I'd do it more for, like, seeing if I could balance, but also to see over walls. Not really like a feelings thing. Ma'am, you were on the force for nearly 30 years. This is the only case you left unsolved. Remember how you closed the file and placed it on the cabinet? Were you standing on your toes? Well, we're not done with the mothers yet, but we definitely got far. This is the English teacher's name, Kim Genshok. What was the name of the girl confessing baking?
I think this was the part when it got really interesting.
It's definitely weird. The English teacher definitely needed the funds, and it's from this testimony, I think. Financial trouble. We suspect him. I mean, I could try and put it in beforehand, but it wouldn't work. Where? Possibly file a report. Gust of wind. I don't know why those don't work. I think I might have had an idea at one point, but I've lost it now. When she vanished, they said that she was towing over the wall. I guess maybe I get it from her testimony at the very end. there. We know you weren't at the playground. We know you weren't at the playground. I understand that you didn't want to cause Meikyo any more guilt, but you should have known better. How did you know? I told him he didn't need to say anything. He knows he doesn't have to tell you. It wasn't his fault Siwon is missing. It wasn't your fault, Meikyon. I should have been watching you, even if you didn't want me close by. That's what I told him. I should have been watching you. I made sure that he knew I was the one who lost Siwon, not him. And that connects. I got a key. Those two don't connect yet. 3-day entrance absentee. I can put that one in because I got no more of her locks specifically for gold. Date of birth definitely goes in. App. Okay, so pre-entrance day examinee list. Number of absentees 4. List of absentees. Name. Date of birth. Out of. Crossed out. Well, whatever. Cheo Hyujin. Date of birth 2005 1/2. Kim Byom. Date of birth 2004 8/17. Hwang Ichkyol. Date of birth 2004 6/25. Kim Shuon. Date of birth 2004 4/3. That's the teacher. Two Kims. Okay, and those two connect, of course, Interesting. The day Siwon died. So I guess we're saying it's the day that they were all absent. So 0204. No. What is the correct date? Ah! Goddamn. I still don't know what this is. The key reason the English teacher needed funds. I don't know what this possibly relates to. I've clicked a ton of different things and all of them just point back to no. I mean, I got this up and it was like, do you really suspect him? He's in financial trouble, but I don't think he'd stoop that low. Instead, he'd something. First thing comes to mind. Always the saddest person. How do you know? I genuinely don't know what it wants from me here. I might just have to look this up because it's I've got so many options to choose from, and I've got no idea where specifically it wants me to say. Oh,
This is like the
there we
save
go.
and reload
Jesus.
case from
Found
Great
it.
Ace Attorney LUL.
That man was never one for prayer. That's where it was. Okay. Told a critical time. We were divorced, but he still his father. Payment schedule. Okay. Let's get that. Where's C1 now? She's with her family. Made sure she had something to eat for dinner before I dropped her off. Before I brought her to the playground where I first found her, knew exactly how to get home. I rang the doorbell and stood at the entrance waiting for her parents. It was only a few seconds, but that short time. I wondered again and again if I should just leave that girl there and run. Detective, I was being stupid. I was stupid to kidnap her, and I'm still being foolish now, having the nerve to feel guilty about it all. That girl's father, he pulled the girl tight into his arms and wept. I knelt in front of him and apologized. When he bowed as low as I thought he'd fall, he said he thanked me. He thanked me for bringing her home safe. What I did was indefensible. I will accept my punishment. I know it won't make up for the suffering I've caused their family, but I will live out the rest of my life in sincere contrition. So he's not the culprit for why she's completely missing. He's just the one that tried to do the stealing. There we go. Putting yourself in. Just swap them around like this.
But yeah, this game has a lot of trial and error.
You know, now I'm starting to question this one. What do you mean it's all your responsibility? Suddenly that makes a lot less sense to me. If he knew that he brought her back, if his old confession with the police was about taking her away. It's a little less acceptable to me. But she was alive at that point. He thanked me for bringing her back home safe. There you go. We'll grab the surrender. C1 all right. Is C1 all right? She says she had a great time at the auntie's house, and that's when she said she missed me. She was brought straight back home. I'm sorry I didn't contact you sooner. I knew you were out there searching, but I was caught up in the moment. I didn't have any questions, and I knew that was... All I knew that was my daughter was gone for 3 days, but now she's back. I know it sounds strange, but all I could say was thank you over and over again. Like about 100 times over, and it would be enough. Okay. So, the father's testimony is going in between the missing first case and then missing it again. Which is a bit crazy and kind of convoluted. But we'll figure it out. Completely unharmed. It's good enough for me. Detective Siwon is... Well, she's been hurt in the past. And I can only blame myself for adding another wound to her young heart. Tell me, did that man surrender to the police? Well, that's before the whole missing thing, I guess. Okay. There we go.
You're gonna 100% the game at this rate.
I'm going for 100%. I want it. I don't want to just end the game without figuring out everything. No special meaning to her name. That's the final one, definitely. The leave it as it is, because I don't want to continue this. Oh, definitely not. Alright, so we got most of the starting thing for the father done. Where she goes missing. Favorite place near the playground. Then he finds her again, and then he says, did he surrender? Alright. Day Suwon died. But it wasn't to do with these days. These days, she's fine. She's alive. Another day she ended up dying. Wait, we've got a date of birth, death, have we? No, it didn't get cataloged anywhere that she died. Only the mother did. Discharged. T1 died. But yeah, no, that instantly like draws concern with this one. The truth is, C1 is dead. She's been dead for a long time. The crib. Who had the crib? Someone mentioned a crib at some point. Was it the auntie? Entry entrance day. Was it her? Mentioned something like there was a whole talk about the lady who. Hold on, let's see these dates as well. 204, 205, 25. Yep. None of these have dates to them. 25. Yep. I wanted to try and find the one where they talked about like she never got the girl milk or something, or like the daughter never drank any of the mother's milk or something like that. Like it was a really weird statement. Claims to be the culprit behind the disappearance. C1's father has surrendered himself to us. Now, this is also a questioning one, because the father isn't the one that surrendered. More so that the... Wait, why did I put this one here? Don't believe a word he says. I'll be at the station immediately.
And when they answer with, well, we found out she was lactose intolerant.
It's gonna be annoying if that's ever the case. This one, like, specifically is also weird. Don't believe a word he says. I'll be at the station immediately. Everything he says is a lie. It was me. I made him do it. It was my fault. I'll be right there, detective. Don't you listen to anything he tells you. It's all my responsibility. Is this the wife or the girlfriend of the caretaker, basically? Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. There we go. It's them on the phone. Okay, that's why I thought it was her. I was so sure that there was like a talk about a mother's cradle. Man was never one for prayer. Blessed be. Quite possible. I'm trying to find it again, and it's really weirdly hard to find. Boy playing near the stationery store, right? I saw that boy a few days ago. He went from the playground straight to the store. I remember something wondering why C1 was sticking so close to that boy. Do you have it? Why do you ask, detective? That boy have something to do with the case? Is the teacher the one that's talking about this? Because this is another one I kind of just vaguely put in. But I don't feel like anyone besides the teacher would be the one to say this. Because everyone else knows who the boy is to some degree. City Hall has no reason to be asking these kind of questions, I don't feel. It's like these two, like, companies rather than a person. He knows who she is. She knows, I think? Yeah, she was with him. Grandma, I think? Let me just remember what he said about Auntie. Yeah, he's talking about his auntie, not his grandma. It could be the grandmother. Let's just see for a moment. Let's put this in. Because she went to the playground, right? To try and find her? Did she? It's kind of difficult to see.
Punch it in. There are no penalties like in Ace Attorney.
You're not wrong, but I'm not really getting anything from this. Like, those are my two guesses, because everyone else should have some inclination of who he is. Or not talk in, like, such a vague manner. I suppose, like, the last place I did put it was the kindergarten. Because maybe some representative from there saw him. Which kind of makes sense. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm missing some more girlfriend stuff, so maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe I could try this. No, that's definitely not it. They know a lot about this kid. don't have anything for that. Are there any extra hashtags that I haven't put in yet? I suppose any of that have been connected or like been stated to be from that person, right? It seems so. Like I can't change them again. All your responsibility. Who said responsibility? It's all my responsibility. It was that one. Okay, I found where those two connect. Okay. Whew. These two connect definitely, but maybe not on hers. Oh, there they are. Okay. Jesus Christ. She's been dead all this time. Okay. Let's just see if this goes in. In between. No. Suppose maybe I can try and figure it out from there then. If she was dead this entire time. Is it that she was... Did she die and... Is she always dead then? Wait. Does that mean that she died in... around the time when she was born? January 3rd, maybe? That makes no sense, because, like, they've been... There's an entire life that's been lived here. Okay. There's a gap in between these two. But the dates, well, this is his statement still. This one is still confused as to where it could go. Could it be the mother? C1's mother? See, there's a real awkward thing that the mother is definitely suspicious on the fact that it's the fact that the mother is supposedly dead. Okay, so I just got that locked in. Okay, I'm really confused now. Because the whole family dynamic is completely, like, breaking my mind here. Okay, give me a moment. I'm just gonna recontextualize everything that I've just, like, uncovered here. The mother here is possibly a fake on the fact that the real mother died not too long ago. Wait, hold on, let me see. 2009 she died, right? 2009. This woman is literally texting in 2012 and claiming to be her mother.
Losing our mind.
So, this woman is practically just flat out a liar. With the father... Okay, and the grandmother... Either she's not the grandmother, or she's... I don't know. Someone is bullshitting a lot. Alright? I still don't know when Swan died. So she's been dead from the start.
Interesting now.
She's been dead from the start. I'm not sure which day that would be. Because when did she go missing? It was like 2:05 or something. Well, she came back at 2:05, right?
Day of birth, maybe.
I already tried the day of birth of the daughter being January 3rd. Set over here in this one. Yeah, here. August 1st. Oh, it was a different day that she was born. August 1st. August is the 9th month, I think? Or is it the 10th? Let me just see that again. Siwang. 1st of August. Hold on, let me just click out and... 8th. The 8th month. And switch it around, maybe. I don't know. Is it metaphysical? Like she died the moment her mother died? Or something?
18, 28.
I guess I'm gonna assume September 1st? September is the 9th month, I think. Yeah, it is. I already tried that though. It's all like, that's all metaphysical as well. Like, I don't bloody know. 4th of February is when this was given out. She was a lot. The father had plainly stated he got her back on the 5th of February, so she can't have died before then. All of these are still possibly pushed into different characters, so... Was your son still there? I was under the impression that both children at the playground. Okay, this is the girlfriend, now that I realize it. Yeah. But way too much on the fathers. There we go. Been divorced for about 5 to 6 years.
I remember that day, September 11th, 2001, the day the Twin Towers fell, 9/11.
Was it the father that said this? Yeah, he said, don't let the mother take them. Right. I don't want Please don't look for my daughter anymore. Stop asking where she is. Keep her out completely
I
out of her
was
mother's reach.
negative years old back then.
Swan. Born in 23 weeks, she weighed less than 700 grams. Her mother had just been out of the C-section. I said that this is the father. It could be someone else, I guess. The auntie's still got something missing of the connection. We've still got connections left to freaking figure out. This one just, unironically, I can't figure it out. I've been trying my best, but it just ain't working. Is it possible he's not the one who's done this? Been divorced for about... Was it him that said that who got divorced? Oh my god. Oh boy. We divorced for like 5 or 6 years. I'm a monster, aren't I? Abandoning my wife when she needed me most. But at the time, I thought it was all for the best. So we reached our limit. When we hurt each other if we kept on living like this. That's why I told myself. When our eyes met, I would face emptiness inside. So part of me is assuming that... Is it possible that she didn't actually die? And that she went into hiding or something? Oh god. I'm guessing all of these are going under his then. Yep. Am I to assume that there are 2 C1s? No, probably not. Ugh. How C1 instructed for the kidnapping. Grandmother. Has she been dead from this, from like 203 or something? Ugh. This one's still the one I can move around. But it's like the finale final one.
Steam page says 3-hour game KEKW.
I mean, we got there, but I'm still like completely like befuddled on the date of death. And I feel like that's the only thing I can really alter at this point. Yeah, this is after. based on time, so that is the correct way of putting it. So we're missing one thing for the teacher. Oh my god. Okay, fuck it, I'm looking it up. I'm just like, I've been like going at this for ages and I just can't figure fucking it out. Okay, should remain unsolved. Seal on death date. February 5th. Spotted missing. I don't know what to put in. The day Shinwon died. I guess I should put that in instead. The day D1 Go1 died. My god, you people. My god, I can't even find I can't find a solution either. Literally, like, they're trying to spoil me mainly, trying to look up the reason. I can't find the solution
Snake
here.
remembers the 21st night of September.
I've literally got no clue as to what the actual answer is, and I can't find it. I can't find it because
So
like
much
nobody even has
blood
it.
was spilled that day.
Is it the day that she got kidnapped? 2 or 3? No, it wasn't that day. Oh my god. I literally can't do any of these either because like this one fucking one won't be answered. I can't find the solution anywhere. It's literally like there's no guides or anything to this game either. I mean, I could look up, try and find a specific guide.
The massacre was inaudible by screams of the innocent people.
Might have to watch a fucking YouTube video. The death date. It has to do with the 108 the English teacher mentions. What? I took her away. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, he says here she lived with us for exactly 108 days. That's the time Sueson lived and breathed with us. Fucking hell. So I need to subtract that. Fucking Christ. So 3 months and a half away. Fucking just... I'm looking it up. April 3rd. Fucking Christ. Fourth month. Birth 3. Apparently not.
403.
Oh, it was the one from August. It's showing date of birth. Missed date of birth. I believe it's 108 days from April 3rd. Oh my god. In any event, it's 3 months after April 3rd. And then around 18 days more. I'm just gonna put in all the numbers
Jesus
here.
fucking Christ. I forgot math was in this game.
Fuck it. That's just an annoying fucking one. It's literally just an annoying one. That is the stupidest one to ever have to fucking come together on. Ugh. Why'd you turn yourself in? Mr. Kim Ganyuk, even the victim's family hasn't reported you. This isn't about taking the fall from the Miss Song Mingyong, is it? I heard she reported Suong missing. When Mingyong's mother told me, I was worried for Mingyong. But at the same time, I was a little glad. After we got divorced, she was a little in a therapy for a long time. She should have gotten help back when she began to think Siwon was alive but missing. No. As soon as Siwon passed away, Minyon was finally discharged from the hospital and Suyong on Suwon's birthday. That's another hint. We went to visit her grave together and she ran her hands over the grave. Her eyes were empty and there was no hope. Minyon was chained to that day, circling around and around in the moment forever. I started to think that she'd given up completely. She was utterly spent. There was no drive left in her eyes. I began to doubt she could ever recover. I think that's why I was relieved to hear that she'd set out to find Shuwon. Because now she at least had something to live for, something that she could sustain her and keep her alive. Maybe she knew that too, deep down. Maybe that's why she reported Siwon missing. Maybe she thought Siwon was better missing than alive than dead. That missing person's report could anchor her to the world, just like I had hoped with her birth certificate. She was grasping for a lifeline, just like me. I know this sounds ridiculous, but this was the whole reason I'm here, Detective. I want to make a request. Could you please mark this missing person's case as unsolved, please? Please let Suwon live. Let her live forever somewhere far away. I see. That kid is unsolved? What do you mean, unsolved? Put that there. So, there were two Suwons, right?
That's kinda sad.
There were two Suwons, and the father here is of one Suwon. The mother is of another Suwon, and the mother's Suwon died a while ago, I guess. Or not too long after her birth. Maybe? I don't know. In any event, we can say that she was discharged on the 1st of August? Oh my god, it said here she was discharged.
Maybe she died at birth. It's still possible.
After we got divorced, she was in therapy for a long time. Wait. How did it say it? About 5 years. Should have gotten help back then. Had to visit the grave. She said she was in therapy. Finally discharged from the hospital on C1's birthday. Oh, I see. This C1 is the familial certificate of this guy's C1. Meaning the C1 instead that we're dealing with is of a different birthday. That was April 3rd. I don't know where you learned that, but that is in fact the day of her birthday. It's confusing as fuck. And the fact the game doesn't have a hint system is basically like murder. You mean Suwon was taken because she was mistaken for Miss Song Minyoung's late daughter? I asked Minyoung what happened. She had heard someone call Suwon's name and finally found her after going from one playground to the next. It was a boy, probably the girl's brother. He was telling her to wait. Wait right here, Suwon. She didn't tell me anything else, but I guess I can guess what happened. Minyoung must have brought her back, like her mother picking up a child who had gone out to play. This girl was so sweet, too, calling her daughter Auntie. I'm sorry, Detective, I really am. I should have called right away, but then I couldn't bear to do it. Not until you paid that visit. After you dropped by, I was terrified. My hands were shaking. I found myself calling the number, calling Swanson's father. I told him that Minyoung seemed to have brought home a stranger's child. I pleaded for him to get the girl back to her parents. I would cause a diversion, I said, so he could get the girl away from Minyoung. I know she may not be well, but I didn't want my daughter to end up a kidnapper. It was shameless, I know. It was exactly what I was doing. I knew exactly what I was doing, Detective, but until Swanson's father turned himself in, even though he'd done nothing wrong. I thought that we could act as if nothing had happened, sweep it all under the rug, knowing full well that Swanson's father was just as precious a child to his parents as Minyoung is to me.
Everybody is insane, LUL.
Yep. My God. How Swanson's grandmother instructed for the kidnapping. There we go. I want to cause a diversion so I can get the girl away from Minyoung. You're not being constrained. I know you're lying to me. Yeah, let's get that open because we know that his final thing is gonna be like, yeah, no, our daughter's dead, and I kind of stole another person's child, hoping that we could like steal them away. Go ahead and get kidnapper. Yeah. You're not being contrite, you're lying to me. Who was around when Suwon was taken? What was she wearing, and which direction did you take her? You couldn't answer any of these questions. Mr. Kim Gen-shuk? This confession that you're the kidnapper. It would take away Miss Song Min-young's chance to represent and seek forgiveness for herself, to repent. We can't wait for her to recover before setting things right. You know she'll be racked with guilt. Could you live with that on your shoulders? Your ex-mother-in-law is in the next room. She told us everything. Consider how she might feel having to report her own daughter to protect you. You've been financially supporting your ex-wife's therapy all these years under the pretext of a child support. This won't be much different. Just take a step back and support her from afar. She has a long battle ahead of her and is being treated in custody. Detective, why did it all go wrong? Did I mess up from the beginning? Suwon's name. I should have never given her that name. You fool. There we go. Grab the name from here. Bam. What did Miss Song Min-young set out to find Suwon? It must have been when she got noticed for saying Sing-won was due to start elementary school. It pushed her completely over the edge. We finally got a notice from City Hall last December. I checked up most of Min-young's mail before she does, Detective. I have no idea what might set her off. But this notice about Sing-won starting school, my heart nearly stopped. I had no idea that they'd never report her death. There was a document on Suwon's name printed clear. I could only imagine how it would make Min-young feel. Oh, I'm sorry, Detective. I'm not the victim here. I don't deserve to wallow in pity like this. I can only apologize. At this time, I balked. I was frozen, and Min-young saw me and read the notice. She looked so happy. She smiled so brightly. I hadn't seen her so delighted in, well, it's been years. The pre-entrance day was at the end of December, and Min-young had insisted that we go out and get Suwon's uniform fitted. She was fussing about getting all her shots and picking up school supplies, wondering why she was taking so long to come home. That's when it started, I think. She went around to the local playgrounds looking for Suwon. Right. I do, but I want to continue. Yeah, there we go. I want to 100% this, but yeah. I know why. It's probably the last one. When was the last time you saw Suwon's father? Do you call him often? It's probably gonna be, there's one left over, yeah.
What's that man got to do with Suwon going missing? He cut off all contact years ago. The nerve of him walking out after what happened to that girl. Detective, what I mean is, Suwon was always sickly, but the man divorced my daughter, leaving her to care for the poor baby alone. Well, he's not the sort of man who'd take her away from under her mother's nose. Please, it's nothing serious, Detective, really.
Me a moment. And skadoosh. And skadoosh. And that's everything. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this guy's whole story ended the moment when he found out where his child was and that he got her back. The daughter was always dead, and she essentially tried to steal the daughter back, or just steal someone's daughter because she had the same name. Pretty messed up. I don't think there's any extra tiny bits left. I'm trying to see if there are any uncrossed out ones. I don't think there are though. I think they're all crossed out. Alright. Yes. I understand now. He was always gone. Great work, ma'am. Now you remember everything. You understand why Suwon's case never got solved after all this time?
Thank you for telling me that she came home safely. That I didn't doom a little girl to her death. Thank you, truly.
I remember how surprised I was when I first saw this case. Everyone involved was lying for one reason or another. Whether it was to protect a loved one or to keep a promise for someone important. It's true, everyone had some instance of lying to a degree.
And what about you, Your Honor? Are you keeping a secret for someone just like them?
Actually, yes. For your sake. Ooh. Need to open the lock. Madam. A secret I've been keeping for your sake. It's been 12 years now. 12 years since that case. And since I retired from the missing persons team. 12 long years.
What?
Gyeong. Yep. I was busy for the first 5 years. A lawyer friend asked me to take on a paralegal job. It was a hard work getting used to the new position at that age. But I suppose it was only an excuse. The truth is, I thought I'd resolve things well enough. A decent end for everyone involved.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'd put the case out of my mind for so long, but you were still chained helplessly to the lie I told. Each painful day that of your life stretched out years. Are we playing as the lady, the one who lost her Yuwong kidnapped?
This is the true ending. If you didn't have a key, you wouldn't have gotten it. KEKW.
I'm so sorry, Miss. I'm late, Miss Song Mingyong.
I don't understand. Why are you trying to deceive me?
Your ex-husband couldn't make it today.
But I'm Jeong.
Because he's at the rally outside the Human Rights Commission.
I'm the one who retired from the force. I'm the one who's racked with guilt.
You lived out your sentence years ago.
You're the one who tried to die.
Miss Song Mingyong? Oh, was this the girlfriend? I can't remember which of the names is which. Miss Song Mingyong. Each time we revisited these memories, you became someone else. At times, you became Su Wong, searching for her mother. Today, you became a detective, despairing at her failure to find the little girl. I'm Song Mingyong. We've been at this conversation again and again for months now. Just like you said, those conversations you remembered were real. The only difference is that I was the one who heard those exchanges, not you. Those memories unearthed today are a mix of personal experiences from your memories and everything I told you. You piece together those fragments, determining who said what and where. Right, so that's why it was all jumbled, because we're not the police detective. But you haven't found out who was doing the listening. It's time to put the final puzzle piece in place. Complete the mirror of who you really are. Mignon, let's get you out of this place. Let me get you to a doctor where you can get some proper treatment. I can help you. It's Song Mignon. But if you're really me, if you're really Zhang Mignon, why? Why go so far when you're not even on the force anymore? That's the same question I once asked Su Wang. Let me give you the same answer she gave me. Su Wang's case is still marked as open, and no case should remain unsolved. Well... Oh yeah. God, this is quite loud. Give me a moment.
Peak Cinema.
It is. I just need to quickly do something. Ooh. Okay. That did take a tiny bit longer than I'd liked it to, and that's mainly because of that whole date of birth thing. I understand what it is, what it meant, being that in the end there was 2 different birthdays, and you need to ignore the one. But, you know, I think maybe the way I went around, like, the connections, I ended up in a situation where I couldn't get to that conclusion on my own, maybe. Message from Somi. Every man lives for himself is solid philosophy that seems to be increasingly prevalent in our world. We live in an age where the law of the jungle is seen in a given, fueling rage and hate across society. So I would like to express my heartfelt support to those who resist. Oh, well, sorry, I'm not reading the rest of it, I guess. Thank you for playing. You are welcome. Well, there you go.
Definitely not crying for Rosad.
It's definitely a really well put together game. And I like the way it doesn't like go super difficult. The main problem I suffered was because I was stuck in a permanent way of thinking of like, one girl, her date of birth is right there, why isn't it working? And I was like trying to get philosophical of, oh, she was always dead, so that means that she was dead from the start of her birthday. But yeah, like eventually it came down to the fact that there were 2 girls. One died very early on. The other had a happy life with her father, who unfortunately got kidnapped by a woman who was essentially lost, or had a bad case of disassociation, essentially believing her daughter was alive, a way of coping, which eventually ended up with the whole kidnapping actually occurring. Where the husband essentially tried to take the blame for everything, but in the end it was revealed that he just wanted to, he was returning the daughter back after the wife stole it, or the divorced, the ex-wife, because he wanted to still look out for her. So he was actually a good guy. Everyone was relatively blameless, kinda. Like the auntie, the grandmother was actually like also. It seemed like she was doing evil things, but she was just trying to like look out for her own child. So I think I can understand the entirety of everything. It was all basically just around a kidnapping that thankfully didn't end very badly. Instead, it ended in a somewhat okay place. I liked it. I really did. And I want to look at what else this creator's made just to see. I'm not sure if it's just going to be the same kind of story gimmick. I'm not sure if I'd go for it, but this was definitely a great, fun adventure, and I'm glad I got through it. Okay. See everyone another time.